And welcome Dr. Gail Lash to join our live now. She's had a recent publication. So this
Hello,
is Dr.
everyone.
Gail's publication, How Taiga Became Faiya Taiga. And welcome to our live, Dr. Gail.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. This is awesome. I brought Faiya Taiga. I'll set her right there between us, Max. Okay. All right. Good job. So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why. Well, first of all, I'm wearing, we'll get into the t-shirt in a minute. Let's talk about fire for just a minute, because fire affects all of us. And the Forest Department, the Agricultural Department, the Ministry of Sustainable Development, all of our government agencies and the NGOs that work with the protected areas that house the animals, of course, in this country, and all of your private lands. Fire affects all of us. And everyone's getting together now to figure out how can we deal with fire in a unified way. Because 2024, I don't know if you remember, a year and a half ago, the fires were terrible all over the country. And it was particularly in Toledo district and in Cayo district. Thousands of acres were burned. Over 100,000 acres of agricultural land was burned in Toledo district. And over 400 families were affected. And really their crops were devastated. $12 million of agricultural lands were lost of produce. So we've had these amazing, just horrific fires that get out of control. And as the fire department has, there's a couple of posters I brought today. One of them says, let me just hold it up. It says that basically 9 out of 10 fires is started by people. So, and how to prevent fires. So this is from the Forest Department. And there's another one about how to report a wildland fire. So we have these as well. You can go to the Forest Department website and find the posters, and I'm sure with your local representative, you can pick some up for your school or your community. So fire has really been devastating, and we're trying to come together in Belize here with unified rules. There are laws and rules on the books, but obviously there's a lot of differences of the way to use fire, and we use fire. Fire is good. Fire will always be used here in Belize. It's used for our cooking. It's used to help clear land when necessary. It's used for lots of wonderful things. However, we need to do it the right way. And so in 2024, when it wasn't done the right way, basically fires were getting out of control. I know here in San Ignacio area where I live, there was smoke around my house for 5 weeks. I had to keep my windows closed. And I'm allergic to smoke. I had trouble breathing. And so I thought, after those 5 weeks, how can we deal with this? What can we do? Now, my background is in zoos and wildlife sanctuaries. I used to be a zookeeper, and my husband and I designed zoos. So I'm very familiar with animals. My background is in biology and in sustainable development and wildlife conservation. So I know that animals are very powerful teachers. And that's why I came up with Faiya Taiga. Here in Belize, a jaguar is a very iconic animal. It's a very beautiful animal, a very apex predator, obviously, but it's also very sacred to the Maya people. And it also comes in this melanistic form. You know that black jaguars are real. Normally you think of jaguars and you think of the golden kind with the spots, the black spots. But that is not only kind that we have, and they are all one species. You can have a mother and a father who are golden, produce a black cub of jaguar, jaguar cub. So Faiya Taiga, which is a young female black jaguar, does come from, in the book, a golden mother and a golden father, and has a golden brother. And So you learn about her and her journey with her family to where they travel throughout the forest. They discover a fire that's been set by some farmers, and they set it correctly. They put in the fire breaks, they were doing it the right way, but then they walked away and the wind changed. And that is a big problem, is when we don't stay with our fires, fires can get out of control. And in the book, this one does, and it affects Faiya Taiga. She is just named Taiga at the time, which of course means tiger in Creole. And she has to go on an adventure to find out how to save herself from fire, number one. But then she talks to fire and learns all about the good and the bad of fire and how humans, all of us, are responsible for controlling fire. Because animals can't control fire, only humans can control fire. So fire appoints her as Faiya Taiga to be the teacher of humans on how to be a master of fire, how to really learn how to use it responsibly and credibly. So I'm really excited to have this book. It will soon be out there, hopefully in schools and also in the retail market so you can buy it. Right now, though, I'm really, really excited to share with you that this book and Faiya Taiga is being used by Nemo. And they are doing a workshop, actually next week, will be the first one that they're doing with Faiya Taiga in Toledo District with 5 villages. And they're using Faiya Taiga as the mascot to teach lessons to the children from these 5 villages. So I'm very excited to go down there and attend that workshop. And Gail University has been fantastic because they actually put together lesson plans that go with this book that are in accordance with the Ministry of Education. So they'll be using those lesson plans with the children in the training workshop. So it's exciting news, Max. I'm great to have Faiya Taiga start to be sort of the messenger of Belize of fire safety. And of course, her motto, sorry, I have to end with this, is we want it to be where we create these fire youth clubs, Faiya Taiga youth clubs, and have a little scarf that has a fire logo on it. And it says, let's keep fire safe, friendly, and healthy for all. But you can read it in Creole.
All right. So yeah, the main line of Faiya Taiga, well, not the main line, but a great takeaway from Faiya Taiga, which you'll also notice on Dr. Gail Lash's wonderful shirt, as well as the stickers for this brand, is make we keep fire safe, friendly, and healthy for all.
All right, good job.
All right.
Any questions or any thoughts?
Yeah, just first a comment that using storytelling for conservation education is such an effective tool. So I really admire that whole way of going about it. That's really a great way to do it. And back to those 2024 fires, those fires in Toledo, we actually just heard this morning, were started from one milpa fire that was left unattended.
Exactly.
So knowing,
so heartbreaking.
Yeah, knowing the proper ways to handle fire, proper safety protocols there, and just what you should and shouldn't do when utilizing fire, because it is a useful tool here in Belize that a lot of people do make use of. That's just such an effective way to change how we look at stuff, how we operate, and keep it all a lot safer for everyone involved, especially for the wildlife that so much of it is harmed through that.
Exactly. We have to protect our native wildlife that is so unique and can't fight back on the fires. So help keep everyone safe.
Definitely. So I know that you had mentioned about this workshop, but do you have any other plans for where Faiya Taiga might be headed next? Can we look forward to future books?
Yes. Oh, yes. There are 6 books actually in the series. Right. This is the first one. And this one introduces her and gives you her story. The next one is on protected areas and really how fire affects animals. And that one I'm in the middle of writing and creating right now. The third book is on climate change where Faiya Taiga goes and talks to the elder, the greatest elder of all, which of course is
Faiya?
Mother
No,
Nature.
no, sorry,
Mother
sorry.
Nature, yes. And so she talks to Mother Nature and learns all about climate change and how humans are responsible to be stewards of the earth, to take care of the earth. And we know how to do it. We really do. We can do a great job. We just have to put our willpower to it, right? So that one actually is written and it's being illustrated right now by a wonderful Belizean artist, David Smith. And then the fourth book is on farming and land use. It's on how we use it not only for the milpa and the lands, but also wood production and the dams and the water, hydroelectric power, etc. And the fifth book is on health. It's on One Health, which of course you here are very much a proponent of and know very much, about it and get it out to the people of, that we're all connected through One Health, environment, people, and animals. So Faiya Taiga learns about that and the smoke that obviously affected me and everyone else here in the area and around. And then it also paints a picture, and I want you all to think about this too. What is the best of Belize as far as fire safety and friendliness? What would that look like? And that's what I'm writing. I'm writing that book right now as well. And that one paints the picture of what do we need to have that unified vision of dealing with fire, those unified rules, if you will, but also that every village has water backpacks, backpack sprayers, or maybe a water truck, or there's extra substations around, and that we all have trainings and we know how to do this. And of course, that is NEMO's guidelines and desire is to have these proactive trainings so that everyone knows what to do with fire when it comes and when we use it, so we can keep it safe, friendly, and healthy for all.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very
and
appreciated.
There's a poem also. The last book is a poem which is written and being illustrated right now on the do's and don'ts of fire. It's for younger kids, so rhyming couplets. So that's a lot of fun as well.
All right. Well, that's such an exciting partnership between you and Nemo, and just a great way to get this message across to kids who will then carry it home to their families. And that's a great way to get it spread.
Thank you so much for having me today on Facebook Live. Thank you all.
Thank you as well, Dr. Lash. All right, guys. So I really think that all of us should try and do a bit better when it comes to fire safety. If you see something, say something. Don't just let it slide, because all it takes is a spark during our dry season and stuff can really get out of control. So thanks again to Dr. Gail Lash for this amazing book, bringing fire safety into our classrooms and to our children across the country. It's really an appreciated step that's very much needed. And I advise you guys to look up for upcoming initiatives in your area, such as this NEMO training that Dr. Gail is doing down south with NEMO. Sorry. Oh, and of course, there is a website for Faiya Taiga as well, so you guys can go ahead and check that out and get a bit more of a message, find out where you can find this book, and yeah, let's go from there. All right. Thank you.